As you sit here taking this beautiful picture up in the mountains of West Virginia, approximately 2,500 feet above sea level, fishing a little lake here. You can see my little pole down in the corner. But this is just a picture, not a video. And this is not going to be a good time for West Virginia. West Virginia, beautiful state for nature lovers. If you enjoy driving your vehicle instead of walking, this is the place for you. Do you enjoy taxes on your food? Do you enjoy taxes on everything you own of value? Do you enjoy low wages and high rent? Then the almost heaven state of West Virginia is for you. While you enjoy your time here, don't worry about your kids gaining any knowledge in school, as we finish almost at the bottom of academics. When you really break it down, who needs education when all your lakes and streams get stocked with non-native trout every year, then die off late in the spring summer months? If you don't have a car, don't worry about it. We have a bus line that will pick you up. However, there are no sidewalks, so hopefully you are not disabled or in a wheelchair. Need to go to the grocery store? Well, if you don't have a car, good luck. Again, no sidewalks. No way to really get there unless you want to walk in the street. Uh, you know, it just is, it's okay, though, because we finished dead last for healthy people, so who needs sidewalks and access to shopping to have the ability to do so safely? You'll pay taxes on top of taxes here, and nobody has any clue. Because most other states don't do that, but the people here have been so programmed to it that they don't even question it. Again, they tax you to buy food at the grocery store. So with an average hourly wage of $19 an hour, you'll enjoy trying to find one that pays that well, as most jobs with a high school education pay around $11 to $14 an hour. In most places I have lived, when it comes to renting an apartment, you usually pay for your electric and gas. If you want the internet and cable, you can get that too, but it's not a required bill. Most other things are included in your rent. Not in West Virginia, though. You will pay an inflated rent that does not pay for two water companies. One provides it and one gives it to you, or distributes it, you know. So they get you on that little racket. Then you also have sewer, you have trash, you have electric or gas, or gas, I should say. Uh, it's actually very common here that you pay for everything while they collect a nice rent check from you. Yeah, moving from another state, you're not going to notice that. When you look at the rent and it says, it's $700 a month and you're used to paying something like that where you live, they also don't explain to you that it's going to be, a lot of other bills on top of that. Uh, do you like renewing all your licenses and registrations on the same day? Well, don't ask about vehicle inspections either. Your registration, your vehicle inspection, and your license can all be up on different months. So you'll have to keep up on that and pay attention. Because if you don't, they may come and take your license plate from you. The inspections can be transferred, so that's a good thing. But still, like I said, you got to pay attention when your inspection's up, because it's not up when your registration's up or when your license is up. Totally different days. Oh, and don't forget about that personal property tax I spoke of earlier. If you owe them money, you can't renew your plates. And there's a good chance that they'll come and remove them from your car so that way you can't drive it. Road construction moves at a snail's pace here, and they've been working on the same stretch of road for about 2 years, and they aren't even close to finishing it. Wonderful and wild with no access to it unless it's a paved road. Because, again, we're the last state in the United States for health, so it's not like they're going to give you access to get out of your car. They don't, you know, there ain't no hiking or walking here. You just kind of drive around. Um, yeah, there's no point to make it accessible because they got to stock trout, so they can't take the time to put a sidewalk in or, do anything that like a trail or a path or anything like that. Nope. We got to put trout in the water here, so we can't make a path for you. I used to wonder why the younger kids down here don't drive or own anything. Well, they can't afford to with being taxed to death. But if you want to buy a gun or ammo, you can buy that tax free. There is zero tax on ammo or firearms. That's progress, baby. However, it doesn't matter because it's marked up. So, yeah, you're not paying taxes on it, but you're going to pay an extra $3 to $5 a box of ammo. Hey, you guys want to hear a legal racket? Vehicle inspections. We have strict vehicle inspections here that you can't, the condition of your car needs to be maintained, no visible rust, no cracked windshields, no nothing like that. Um, well, yeah, that personal property tax, that's going to go back to this here in a second. So you have to maintain your vehicle to a certain status, and doing so keeps the value of your vehicle high. And then that personal property tax. Remember, we talked about that. That's going to kick in because now your vehicle value is high because you have to pass the inspection. And now you got to pay more tax because you got to maintain your vehicle to a certain level or a certain degree. Yeah, yeah, that's a legal racket if I've ever heard one. The state of West Virginia can't figure out why so many people are leaving the state, why they can't find anybody to invest in the state, and it can't attract new people no matter how many trout and state parks they open. This state is dying, and it's all the people at the top that are killing the state. I have no desire to stay here in this heavenly taxed, low income, drug laden, uneducated, and ignorant state. I really understand now why people get stuck here and rot away. They have no idea better exists, and other states are not so oppressive to the citizens that live here. If you are thinking of moving here to be close to nature and a simple life, like I thought I was going to have, yeah, run. Run far away from West Virginia. There are better colleges, there are better schools, there are better everything in literally any other state, as West Virginia is in last or close to last in almost every category that you could put them in. This state is best experienced through a lens and not your physical presence. I can tell you that firsthand. Yeah, like I said, I've lived here for 2 years. Um, I've lived in Florida before this, and I lived in Ohio, and I also traveled for a living, and this is probably the worst state I've ever experienced anything. Uh, you have to drive 20 minutes to get to the store. Like I said, there's no walkways anywhere. There's no sidewalks. They just built a new, subdivision. Not really a subdivision. Like a shopping center, I guess you could call it, where there's probably a good 10 businesses in there, and there's no way to walk to it. It's not far from the city. It's not far from the main downtown area, but there's no sidewalks or nothing, so you got to drive there. And then even when you're there, there's no sidewalks within it other than from one building to another. So like there's no crosswalks to get across the street to go to another business across the way or anything of that nature. It's just it's a crap show up here, man. And there's no desire to stay. There really isn't. So I just want to kind of throw that out there in case anybody was thinking about moving to West Virginia. Um, it's a beautiful place to visit, but I highly recommend finding another place to live if this is where you want to go, or even go to school. The schools here are not great. Colleges, I hear nothing but bad things about the colleges here from the people who go there. And, you know, it's to the point where I can't find a job locally. I have to drive about 40 miles away to get a decent job. And it's in a different state because I live on the border. But yeah, it's in a different state. So it's not even in West Virginia that I work because there's not a job here that I can have that would pay for my apartment and me to live. Um, it's just a fact. The state sucks. But anyway, thank you for your time. And that's it for me today. Thank you.